So now the school system is putting out a new identification chart for clouds, and it's called SCOOL, SCOOL. Okay, so now they're teaching the kids about new clouds, new cloud formations. They're not teaching them the same things that we grew up with. They're reteaching them what clouds look like. So it's pretty interesting. Also, what I wanted to get into was that I did research on in Boston and in Florida, they're going to start teaching the kids with a flat earth map. They're not going to teach with a round earth map no more, which is kind of odd, don't you think? That they're going to teach with a flat earth, they're going to teach with a flat earth map and not a, yeah, the man on the dark side of the moon told us to come back, dude. He's talking to you, Steve.
What is he saying?
He said the man on the dark side of the moon told us not to come back. Is that the truth, man? No.
They say there's an alien base behind in the dark side of the moon. You know?
All right, okay, Steve's going to be on the Alien show on Wednesday with Lori and Lisa, so it's going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to hear it. I might join in for a few minutes.
Oh, who was that?
Yeah, we just got another inbox. We'll get inboxes throughout the night, like people asking us questions. They don't like to post in the chat. I have no clue, but they'll inbox me like crazy. So, real quick, though, I'll go back to the cloud identification. They're going to call it SCOOL, SCOOL. And they're reteaching the kids what the clouds look like. And the reason they're doing that is because all the chemicals they're putting into the sky. So it's pretty scary. And 2 weeks ago, did you know that our president signed a petition to stop, not a petition, but he ordered that there be no chemtrails, right? 2 days later, I look outside of my window, Steve, and I see chemtrails all across the sky right here. All across the sky.
I don't even know what a chemtrail is.
You ever seen the planes in the sky? With the engines? They have the 3 engines on the back, and then you see the different formations of the chemicals coming out the back of them. Now you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. There's an interview on here that I'm going to play in just a second with Prince talking about chemtrails. Prince, everybody knows who Prince is. The artist formerly known as, or whatever, what everybody used to say back in the 90s or whatever. So if you have a P900 camera, the next thing I'm going to get into is you're supposed to see a curvature every 3,000.8 miles. If you have a P900 camera, you can actually see for about 30,000 miles throughout the horizon. And if you have one of those, most cameras are made with the fisheye lens, so the Earth looks round. So if you look from the sky, they always use a fisheye lens camera. So do the research on this: a P900 camera and a fisheye lens camera, and you'll always have a curvature in the fisheye lens camera. With the P900 camera, you can see directly, probably about 30,000 feet. And one quick one, I was hoping Lori was here, is because she lives in Michigan, is that from Michigan to Chicago across that lake, I don't know, it's like 8,000 miles or something. You could see the skyline from across the Michigan lake. From Michigan to Chicago, you could see the skyline. It's about 10,000 miles with the P900 camera, with no curvature at all. There's no curvature. So, and if you get down to the Pacific or the Atlantic Ocean, if you have a P900 camera, you could see about 30,000 miles. I don't know, I'm just guessing 20 to 30,000 miles with no curvature. You would think that the boats would disappear, right? Mm-hmm. When you see with the P900 camera, or you would think the boat, when you're looking out to the sea and the boat gets further and further away, does the boat look like it's disappearing?
Yeah, it looks like optical illusion.
It looks like it's leaving, right? Mm-hmm. So if you either have a telescope or a P900, you can actually put that boat back in the sight. You could watch that go as far as you can. So I did I did a lot of research on the curvature of the Earth, and I personally have not found no curvature. I did the Rocky Mountains because that's where I live. I live in Colorado, so I went out and I filmed from where I was at through the horizon, through the mountains, which was I was probably about 10,000 miles away, and I seen no curvature at all, no curvature. And I have that on tape. And like I said, I've been filming every day just to see about that, just to see. So, what do you know about the curvature, Steve?
I don't believe that flat Earth thing. I believe the Earth is round.
Now you're changing your story, dude. No. You've been saying that.
I think you're crazy.
You're switching your story around on this.
I did switch those stories around.
So here we are, and I want to get over to the Antarctic, right? Mm-hmm. And back in 1957, there was an Admiral Byrd, and we know that the North and the South Pole, they say that that's it. The Antarctica, that's as far as you can go, right? So, but Admiral Byrd, sorry if I say his name wrong. He said that he was doing discovery. Well, he was out exploring, and he went past the Antarctica, and he said there was a landmass that needed to be explored that was the size of the United States. This is from a U.S. government admiral, and he wrote a book on it. You can find the book. It's called. I'll have to put the book in the link for you guys. It's by Admiral Byrd, and he wrote a story on this. So it's really interesting when you look this up and you talk to him about it, or when you look this up and you listen to a story, and you can YouTube it. He does a live interview on it. He does a live interview, and then all of a sudden, when they found out about this landmass, all the countries got together. And they formed the UN or whatever, where everybody works together. And they said that nobody could go there till they get the Antarctic again. Mm-hmm. And just recently, in the Antarctic, they built an underground kind of place where they put all kinds of seeds and stuff in case there was a war or something. They could repopulate the Earth. And what they didn't take into consideration is the Antarctic was ice, and water. So I guess it melted and it flooded this thing. This was about a week ago. So it's pretty crazy. So one thing I want to bring up with this is the firmament. Really go look into that Admiral Byrd, and you'll be completely shocked. I was completely shocked when I heard the story on this. When I listened to you can even YouTube it. When you YouTube it and you listen to the story, it's completely amazing. I'm completely blown away by it, by just what I heard about it. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty crazy. So, like I said, I would look into it if I were you and see what you find on that, because you may find more than I do. And if you do find more information than I do, please come back and post it so I could find out. And honestly, if you have a real picture of the Earth, please send it to me. You can message it to me. However you want to, you could send it to me. So make sure that you can send it to me, or you could post it on my page. It doesn't matter, just as long as you get it to me, and the sooner you get it to me, the better. So it'll be great, because I got a lot of research to do right now. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not being one-sided and saying the Earth is flat or the Earth is round. I'm just telling people to go out and look up the information. That's all I'm asking for, is that you go out and you look up the information so you could find out yourself. Officially, I'm leaning towards the flat Earth. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not completely convinced of a round Earth anymore. Where I was 4 months ago, I was 110% fact that the Earth was a sphere, and now I'm not. I'm not there no more. So we can work from there. So here's some more information I want to give you. 2 weeks ago, the University Boulder, CU, the NASA program at CU, which they put into effect because they canceled it in the early 2000s, and they brought it back, and I didn't even know they brought it back, but they brought it back. Well, what they discovered was that there is a firmament in the sky, and so if you have a firmament in the sky, and you can't get past the firmament. Firmament. It's kind of a hard word to say. It's kind of a tongue twister, but so that firmament is over the earth, so it's like kind of like a globe. And I know there was a TV show that I want to watch called Under the Dome. Did you ever watch that TV show? Under the Dome?
Yeah.
Was that a good show?
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about with the firmament. It's kind of similar. Well, tell me a little bit about Under the Dome, because I want to watch that.
Well, it's just about a little town that gets covered by like a shield, and people can't get out. And the government even throws a nuclear bomb on the dome, and they show everything around outside the dome, but nothing happens inside the dome. They believe some kind of something put the dome there for some reason.
Really?
I didn't really finish watching most of the series, but I watched the beginning of the series.
I'm into so many shows right now, but I want to watch that because the firmament.
I thought you did watch
No, I didn't watch that, but I want to watch that because the firmament is kind of like the dome, dude.
Mm-hmm. It was actually a pretty good show, but I never did finish watching the last series of the program. And
I think that with CU announcing that there is a firmament or something above us, kind of that I think NASA and the government is getting close to telling us that the Earth is flat, because they're giving us all this information and everybody's just blowing past it. Even they're laughing it off because nobody trusts NASA anymore. So everybody's just blowing all the information we get from NASA and the government about the Earth. People are just scoffing at it because they still think the Earth is round. And here's a quote I want to say. I've heard it several times, and my professor that I go to school at, he said that he heard this from a Stanford professor. He says people would rather keep believing a lie than admit they were lied to. And I've looked over hundreds of videos, and I've heard that statement now over the last couple months probably about 50 times. People would rather keep believing a lie than admit they were lied to. That's what the statement is. So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And with CU admitting the firmament, the NASA at CU, the firmament around the Earth, it's pretty crazy. It kind of, to have one of those, it has to be a flat Earth in a sense, because you can't put a firmament all the way around a sphere Earth, I wouldn't think. The other thing is, so that we're being told that the novel is better. Under the Dome, the novel is better.
I never seen that movie.
Under the Dome.
I seen Under the Dome.
Yeah, but the novel, the book.
Oh,
the book about it. Yeah,
oh, the novel.
Yeah, I'll have to read that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to read that because that sounds interesting, man.
The movie, the series is pretty good.
Yeah.
From what I was watching.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it. I don't know if it's on Netflix or what. So, if you can,
I didn't even know it was still on. I thought they canceled it.
I'm recommending to read the book Under the Dome. Chris says it's an awesome book, and then also to watch the series Under the Dome. I haven't seen it and I haven't read the book, but I want to do it because a lot of things that I've heard is that Hollywood is just putting all this in front of our face and making fun of all of us because everybody believes in that we went to the moon. Everybody believes the Earth is round, and I've seen it in so many. That Fox has all them Simpsons and all that. They talk about flat Earth, and I've seen it in so many movies and so many TV shows that they talk about flat Earth. Me and Steve were watching. My wife used to watch this, so I watched it with Steve the other night. It was Charlie Sheen.
2.5 Men.
2.5 Men. So we're watching 2.5 Men, and the first thing that comes up is what? A flat Earth. a flat Earth came up, and I was pretty shocked that we were watching it. But every time Hollywood does it, they do it as a joke. They kind of make fun of it because they know the elites know that the Earth is probably flat.